My name is Alicia, and in this week's live lesson, we are going to talk about how to talk about money. We're going to talk about earning money, spending money, and saving money. So I hope this will be a super useful lesson and fun too, because we all have to think about money. Today's lesson will be very vocabulary focused. So if you have questions about other vocabulary words, you can send them in the chat and I will try to check them all live. All right? I hope everything is working. I'm looking for you. YouTube, are you there? Facebook, are you there? I'll try to check in throughout the stream with you. Facebook, looks like Facebook's there. Hi, Facebook. Welcome, Facebook. Everybody's joining now. And YouTube, I'm looking for you, YouTube. I don't see you yet. Maybe you're joining. While we wait, a couple quick announcements. First thing first is about this banner at the bottom of the screen. A really common question that we get is about how to understand your level, how to know what level you are in your studies. So the team put together a way to check your own level. If you click this link that you'll find in the YouTube description or above the video on Facebook, you'll find this page. So you can test, you can sign up to make an account on EnglishClass101.com, and then you can test your level. So we put together, the team made an assessment, so a level check test. You can follow these steps to get started, to start your account, and then take the test and find the path that's best for your studies. So if you want to try this, please, please, please check the link below the video on YouTube or above the video on Facebook. Okay, cool. That's announcement number one. Announcement number two, as always, if you have questions for me, please, 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 please send them to me for the Ask Alicia series. Here's a screenshot. Here's an old screenshot. The Q&A, question and answer series. So I will read your questions, 100%. I will definitely read your question, and then I will maybe choose it to answer in this weekly question and answer series. This is a screenshot. This question was about the difference between especially and specifically. So if you have little vocabulary questions, some grammar questions, and you can't find the answer in the dictionary or with a quick Google search, then send me your question. You can find the link for this at EnglishClass101.com/ask-Alicia. There's a link in the YouTube description. And if you want to find me on social media, this is where you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. There are also links in the YouTube description. All right, there you are. Hi, YouTube. It took a while for YouTube to load this week. Everybody's here now. Fantastic. Okay, so let's get to today's topic. Everybody good? Okay, everybody's here. Okay, if you haven't, please, please, please make sure to like and share this video so other people can find the lesson. Yeah, it helps. So I'm going to do that. Like and share. Boom. Cool. Okay, let's get to today's lesson then. So today's lesson is about money, something we all have to think about, right? So here are today's lesson boards. I made 3 topics for vocabulary study today. We're going to talk about earning money, spending money, and saving money. These are the 3 focus points I chose for today. Of course, there are many, many topics we can talk about and many vocabulary words too. I can't cover everything, but I hope today's lesson includes some things you can use in your everyday life, yeah? And answers maybe some questions you have about the differences between verbs. Okay, cool. It looks like everybody is here now. Hello, Russell and Joyce on YouTube. Dinesh, hello. Al Habib. Hello, everybody. Good. Everybody's here. And Facebook, Umer, hello. Wichuta, hello. Good morning. Husni, hi. Kensoy, hello. Kayanath from Cambodia. Cool. Okay. Samora says, I want money too, teacher. Yes, we all want money, right? So let's start. Let's start by talking about earning money. Earning money, okay? So let's describe this kind of basic verbs for this category. So to earn, in this case, money. We can earn other things, but today's focus is money. To earn money means to do a job or to sell something or to provide a service in exchange for money. So you do something, or you sell something, or you give someone something, like you rent something, and in exchange you receive money, or you are promised money. So we do this to earn money. That means we expect to receive money. Yeah? For example, he earned $50,000 last year. So this is past tense. This is the year's earnings, the amount he earned for the year. He earned $50,000 last year. So you can think about how much you earned last year. Maybe it's zero if you're a kid. That's okay. So you can use this pattern to talk about your money, your income, the amount you made at your job last year. Okay? All right. Then, so we have this to earn money and then to get paid. To get paid means to receive the money you have earned. To receive the money you have earned. So you earn money, you go to your job or you sell something, you earn money, and then when you receive the money, we say we get paid, to get paid. So, for example, yay, we get paid on Friday. Yay, we get paid on Friday. Or, I don't get paid until next month. I don't get paid until next month. This one, I know in speech, in fast speech, this sounds like get pay, but it's actually get paid. Get paid. So please keep this in mind, P-A-I-D. So I get paid tomorrow, for example. We like to talk about this. Okay? Next one. Then let's go, oops, sorry. I'm trying to check the chats. Okay, then next, let's look at this one, payday. Payday. Payday is the day on which you receive your payment. The day on which you receive your payment. So maybe that's the same day every month, or maybe it's every Friday, or maybe every 2 Fridays, whatever. So you know your payday. For example, tomorrow is payday, or payday is next week. Payday just means the day you receive your money. Okay? All right. Mohammed says, really, I got paid yesterday. Excellent. Congratulations. Hooray. Okay, onward. So this is payday. Then, I want to talk about these 2 points here. I sometimes see questions about the difference. So, I want to talk about hourly rate and salary. So these are 2 types, or 2 pay styles. An hourly rate, this is a noun phrase. Your hourly rate is the amount of money you receive for 1 hour of work. The amount of money you receive for 1 hour of work. Okay? So, for example, this job pays $10 an hour. In this sentence, $10 per hour is the hourly rate. So, while we don't use hourly rate a lot in conversation, we see this in like job contracts and agreements. So in this case, $10 an hour, or you might see $10 per hour is the hourly rate. That's the amount of money you receive per hour. So like I said, we see this hourly rate on like a job contract. It says hourly rate, $10, for example. Okay? All right, I'm looking for your questions. If you have questions, I see lots of questions today about different topics. If you have questions about other topics different from today's lesson, send them to me for the Ask Alicia series. There's a link in the YouTube description, englishclass101.com/ask-alicia. Okay, then, so we talked about hourly rate. Now let's go to salary. So what is a salary? A salary is a regular amount of money you earn each month. So you earn the same amount every month. So maybe you have some other types of earnings. You have other ways to make money inside your contract, but you have one base rate. So a base amount of money you receive every month. For example, the salary at this job is $65,000 per year. That's about $5,400 per month. Okay, so the salary is this amount. So this means in 1 year, I expect the basic payment, the basic amount I will receive is $65,000 in 1 year. So in 12 months, it's about this much per month, $5,400. Okay. Someone on Facebook says, what about weekly? Yeah, maybe you have weekly pay as well, like a weekly rate. You could, that's totally fine too. It depends. There are many different like time periods to get paid. Maybe you have a daily rate as well. Okay, so hourly rate and salary. These are two ways to decide on the payment. Yeah, how much you earn. Yeah, okay. What is the difference? Saad El Said says, what is the difference between payment and salary? Your payment is the money you receive. So for example, if you work, like if you worked last month and you received $1,000 or something, that's your payment. That was my monthly payment or your monthly payment. The salary, as I said, is the same, is your same amount every month. So this depends on your job contract. So if you have a job with an hourly rate or a weekly rate or a project rate, maybe, you don't have a salary. Like a salary, typically, we think of as a monthly regular, the same amount every month. Yeah. So this is the difference. Okay. All right. David Moreno says, if I want to ask about legal benefits, how do I ask? Ooh, I'm not talking about contract negotiation in today's topic, but you would ask what you just said. Like, what about, tell me about the legal benefits. Okay? Okay, so this is part 1 about earning money. Okay? Let's go to a quick break, and then we will go to part 2. People are asking, what is the salary for an engineer? What is the salary? I don't know. You need to Google those things. I don't know all of the job salaries in the world. We're talking about language today. Okay, let's go to a quick break. If you missed it earlier, there is a banner at the bottom of the screen that says test your level. Now, the team created this level check for you. So, I showed this earlier. You can take this level check on our homepage at EnglishClass101.com. Check this out. So I'll scroll up to the top. So this is the link you will find from the link below the video on YouTube or above the video on Facebook. You can test your level here to decide where you need to start, what you need to work on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps here to get started, and then you can find the right place to start for you. So check this out. Lots of people ask about their level, so check out this link if you have some time, and hopefully it can help you, yeah? Okay, cool. So let's go on to more stuff. Spending money we're going to talk about now, okay? I'm looking for your questions. All right, yes, let's talk about language. I cannot answer your salary questions, and this is not financial advice. We're talking about vocabulary today. Okay, let's go to part 2, spending money. If you have not, please, please, please make sure to like this video and share it so other people can find today's lesson. Okay, let's go to spending money, vocabulary for spending money. Okay, so you earned money at your job or selling something or giving a service. Now let's talk about spending it. So using your money. To spend money means to use your money. So let's talk about some common verbs and the differences between these verbs, yeah? So, to buy something, or more formally, to purchase something. We use buy in everyday conversation. To buy something means to use money to get a product. To use money to get a product, right? For example, past tense, I bought. I bought new shoes this weekend. I bought new shoes this weekend. Or, let's buy some plants for the house. Okay? So, buy becomes bought in past tense. Yeah? I bought new shoes this weekend. That means I used my money to get new shoes this weekend, right? Or let's buy some plants for the house. So let's use our money to get plants for the house. Okay? Jose Diaz says, I use money to buy food every day. Yes, me too. I love to buy food. Okay? Onward. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is to pay. So what's the difference between buy and pay? I see this question sometimes. To pay, this verb, we use to mean to give money that you have a responsibility to provide. So there's some expectation. You are going to give this money. For example, I have to pay my rent next week. I have to pay my rent next week. So that means I have responsibility to give money for rent. So rent, if you don't know this word, rent means your house or your apartment cost. Yeah? If you rent an apartment. If you own a house, then maybe you have a different payment, a mortgage payment or something else. But I have to pay my rent next week. I have some responsibility, some expectation to pay, to give money, okay? Or another one is just paying your bills, like your mobile phone bill, your electricity bill. There's a responsibility to give money, okay? Or here's another one. Please pay at the register. Please pay at the register. You see this on signs in retail stores and maybe restaurants too. So when you shop, like you buy clothes or food or something, and you decide, like, I want this shirt, or I got some food, now I have a responsibility to pay. It will say, please pay at the register. It's like saying, finish your transaction, finish your shopping at the register. Okay, all right, cool. Akshay says, what is the difference between paid and spent? Or maybe we can just say pay and spend. So to pay means to give, there's some expectation. Yeah, I have a responsibility. To spend just means to use it. Yeah, so we have a limited amount of money. We just use the money. No expectation there. Okay, cool. All right, onward. So next is this word, to overspend. To overspend. This means to use too much money. To use too much money. For example, oh no, I overspent on my vacation. This means I spent too much money on my vacation. Yeah, that's a bad thing. Or I have to be careful not to overspend. I have to be careful not to overspend. So please be careful. Don't use too much money. So we have this verb, to overspend. Okay? All right. Cool. Then the next one. I wrote this this is an interesting noun phrase. I think maybe all of us have this experience sometimes. This is a shopping spree. A shopping spree. Spree is not such a common word, actually. It means to do something a lot in a short period of time. But we use it in like really set phrases. We don't use spree a lot in other situations. We use it in shopping spree and some other kind of odd, like serious news situations. So today let's focus on this. A shopping spree is like a day, usually a day or maybe a weekend, where you buy lots and lots of things. So we usually say like, she went on a shopping spree, for example. It means she bought lots and lots and lots of things in one day or in a weekend. Here's some examples. I went on a shopping spree and completely changed my apartment. So a shopping spree, this is a noun phrase. We use the verb go with it, to go on a shopping spree. Here I used past tense went. I went on a shopping spree. So this means it's like I used a lot of money, maybe. I used a lot of money, or I spent a lot of time shopping, buying many different things. We call this a shopping spree. Okay? All right. Yes, many people are talking about the importance of money. Some people are asking me about my money. That's private. Okay. Good. I don't see other questions. Alem Nesh says, I have to pay for tuition. Yes, tuition is another thing. School costs is another thing we use pay with. Okay. All right, let's go to the last one here. The last one, everybody likes this, I think. To get a deal. To get a deal means to find a good price for something. You might also hear to get a bargain. This means the same thing. It means you get a good price. We tend to use deal more, at least in American English, to get a good deal or to get a deal. So you found a cheaper price for something. For example, I got a really good deal on my computer. I got a really good deal on my computer. Or he found a really good deal on phones. That means he found a good price on a phone. Or I found a really good price on my computer. So that means I found a cheap price. Yep. Okay. All right. I don't see other questions yet. What is the meaning of wage and the pronunciation? So wage, I just said it, wage. Your wage is the amount you receive at your job. We typically say wage for like hourly or maybe weekly or daily payment. Your wage is the amount in your job contract, the amount of money you receive. Okay? All right. Okay, let's finish part 2 there. So spending money, some vocabulary for spending money. What's the meaning of deal? A deal means a bargain, a good price. Deal means good price. To get a deal means to get a good price. Okay, cool. Let's be done with part 2. Okay, so oh my gosh, time's going so quickly. So that's part 2 about spending money. We'll do one more super quick break and then go to the last part. Saving, so important. Okay, so super fast. If you missed this earlier, I talked about the level check that our team has. You can check the link below the video on YouTube or above the video on Facebook. Take the level check test and find out which part is best for you to start in our lessons. Okay, so check this out. Yeah, Facebook, check above the video. YouTube, check below the video for this one. Yeah, and you can find out what your level is at this point and find out what lessons to take. Okay, let's go to the last part for today. Let's go to saving money. Some vocabulary words for saving money. Very important, of course. Also, make sure if you haven't, like the video and share it as well. Let's go to saving. So, saving money. To save money means to keep money for later. To keep money for later. For example, I save money every month. I save money every month. Okay? So we keep money for the future. For vacation, for when we are older, for something we want to buy. So we can save money for something. For example, I'm saving money for a new computer. Or I'm saving money for a vacation. So to save money means to keep it for later. Okay, another super key vocabulary word is to invest. To invest. So to invest means to use your money to buy stocks or bonds or other things to try to increase your money. So maybe you know the vocabulary word, the stock market. Many people like to invest in the stock market, or like cryptocurrency is popular now too. So that means we use our money to buy those investments, to buy those things we think are going to increase our money. Those things are going to grow our money. So we can choose to invest. So like stocks, for example, means we buy a very small part of a company we think is going to perform well, to do well, and our money will hopefully grow. Okay? Okay, so to invest. An example, we invest some of our money in technology companies. We invest some of our money in technology companies. Okay? I'm looking for your questions. There are lots of questions like about loans and salaries and stuff like that. I don't know. You need to check with your bank and Google these things. I do not know loan rates and interest rates everywhere in the world. So check those out on your own time. Okay, let's go to the next part, types of account. I want to talk about two types of account. So we commonly use a savings account, This has an S at the end, not just a saving account, but a savings account. A savings account is a place to keep your money at a bank, and it's a regular bank account you don't use for daily spending. You use it to keep money, and it grows very slowly. So your regular account you use for daily spending, we usually say in the US that's a checking account. So a checking account. But a savings account, we just put money in this bank account. We try not to take money out. We're keeping the money there, and it gets bigger very slowly, okay, with interest. We'll talk about interest later. So this is a savings account. For example, I don't have much money in my savings account. I don't have much money in my savings account, okay? Then the next type I want to talk about is a retirement account. A retirement account. Retirement means the time after you stop working. So retirement is when you are maybe at old age, maybe you can retire very young, I don't know. But retirement means when you're not working anymore. So saving money for that, we keep money for that in a retirement account. So this is a place to keep money for later in life, much later in life, to use after you stop working. For example, I add money to my retirement account monthly. I add money to my retirement account monthly. So this is a type of account we use and we don't touch, we don't take money out of it. We use it to keep money for much later in life. Okay, let's go to the last one. Interest. Oh my gosh, so important. Interest. So interest. This does not mean the same thing as the adjective interested. It does not mean interest, like something we think is cool or fun. Completely different. I know this word is the same, but it means a completely different thing in money and finance. So interest is the amount your money grows in your bank account. So in your bank account or in your investments also. So the amount your money grows. So usually interest is, we understand it as a percent, like 1% interest or 10% interest. That's how much our money will grow in a year, or maybe in a month as well, okay? For example, this account has a 1.5% interest rate. 1.5%. So for a savings account, you might think, oh, that seems pretty good, 1.5%. Or my savings account has really low interest. So that means my savings account doesn't grow very much because the interest is very low. So usually we want high interest for our savings accounts because we want to grow our money. Okay? So interest, this is how much your money grows. Interest. This is a good word to know for money and finance, yeah? Okay, cool, interest. All right, I'm looking for your questions. Everybody's asking me about my personal finances. This is my personal information. I'm not going to tell you about my personal finances here. This is not financial advice or my financial hour. We're talking about vocabulary. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for other questions about this. Oh, can you please explain the meaning of buck and grand? Buck is slang for dollar. So $1 means $1. So give me $5 means give me $5. We use buck as slang. And grand is slang for $1,000. Like, I found $3,000 in my bank account I forgot about. I guess. So that means $3,000. Okay? Cool. So we have to finish there. Oh my gosh, time, I'm already late. That went so fast. I like this topic in general, though. Money is very important to consider. So I have to end there, but I will put up the lesson boards again, so you can take a screenshot. Here you go. So we talked about vocabulary for earning money, for spending money, and for saving money. We talked a little bit about investments and a little bit about savings and interest and all these topics. Very important to consider. So we'll finish there for this week, but I will, of course, be back next week. Next week's lesson information is coming. Oh, it's coming up. Okay, I can't see today. Okay, here is next week's lesson information. That's kind of in a weird spot, isn't it? Next week's lesson will be October 6th. Already October. Oh my gosh. October 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York City time. If you don't know your local time, please use your Google skills to find it. I'm going to talk about how to use for, since, and ago. So if you always forget, you can set a reminder on YouTube or on Facebook for our live stream, or if you follow me on Instagram, I always post a link and a topic reminder in my stories. So find me on Instagram. The link is in the description on YouTube. You can find it there, okay? Cool, so that is it for this week. We've talked about money. Excellent. So I'll say goodbye for now. So thanks very much for joining me this week. And of course, if you want to test out your level with this banner, check the link below the video on YouTube or above the video on Facebook to get that level check that I talked about earlier. Okay, I will say goodbye for now. So thank you very much, as always, for liking this video and for sharing it and for sending all of your great questions and comments. I will leave you now. So have a good day, have a good weekend, and I will see you again next time.